To keep Jamaica and our firm and strong. Stand up, labor rights. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Labor rights are proud of their party.
In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory of Jesus. In the name of Jesus, have a victory. Jamaican bada for stone, a bada fight. We did a be a labor right. No shaky boat because a woman will like. We did a be a labor right. The river come down green, it's a pretty and bright. We did a be a labor right. The way me love shower in a green, me baptized. We did a be a labor right. Right now me nah worry about visa, cause we have one of the greatest leader. Me nah run way, go a foreign like triple X and go deep, gravel leg out a freezer. Bout ya fit on green like Trasina. I will say no, we is freeze for the teachers. We have the prettiest women like Anne-Marie Vaz and sexy Venetia. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Oh no, see center, my servant center, St. James parameter. Our doctors did have to use garbage bag, yo, does you go on like you no member. Now blessings that flow like river. Every bad prayer return to sender. Dr. Cole and Blair teeth drop out from when PNP never buy them no denture. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory.
Good morning, Libra Roots, and good morning to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Laborite alive. Good morning, my people. Good morning. Now, for persons who are asking, we'll get to you. Let's roll out the morning shout outs, my people. See? Good morning, Auntie Sharon. Morning. Mark Nemad, big up yourself. Meltina, good morning. Father Dark Night, big up yourself. Kay, big up yourself. Elaine Mackenzie, big up yourself. And Elaine McClarity, good morning. Persons are here, but persons are not commenting, so I can't give them any shout outs. So for persons who is watching, if you just drop something in the comment section, I will shout you out. Maro, big up yourself, my boss. See, there's 40 of us so far. Please give the live some thumbs up. Now, for persons who is asking, no, I have not had contact with my daughter still. I spoke to a gentleman yesterday from the vicinity. He said that the road is blocked. You guys would have seen me post the road. It is not accessible by car, so they are basically cut off right now. There are other ways to get there via motorbikes. So I am asking anybody that lives in the Ferris, Watercress, Belmont, Bluefields, anybody that rides a motorbike in that area, you know, if you can go to Panside in Cave Hill, there's a way to get there from, I believe, Watercress or something like that. There's another way to get directly to her house from there. I'm not sure if it is accessible by vehicle yet. I know you can drive there by vehicle because I've done it many times, but I don't know if anything came off the hill and is on the road. I am willing to pay you 20,000 Jamaican dollars if you can you know, do that for me. Anybody that rides a bike and can go to Panside, anybody that live within the Ferris, Watercress, Bluefields, Belmont, anybody that lives on Cave Hill itself from the top, if you can ask, you know, good morning Monica, if you can go to Panside, please get in contact with me. Moderator, please drop in the number in the comment section, and if anybody can get in contact with me, the lines are open now, by the way, so persons can call now if they want to. I will pay you 20,000 Jamaican dollars by either Western Union or, you know, a bank transfer. I know the system is down right now, but you know, I can still send the money and you can collect it whenever. Seeing I will send the money and I will send you the receipt of the money being sent. You know, so please, if anybody can go to see, I don't know if she have food, I don't know if her house sustained any damage, I don't know, I just need to know so we can rectify, you know, or at least help to rectify, you know, what is happening. Anyway, we are going to get into some information. Some persons would have heard it already, but you know, we like to disseminate information, factual information. We will continue as the live progress to, you know, to ask for persons to assist me. You know, I am actually in preparation mode myself, my people, to head home. You know, I can't sit down and not do nothing. Plus I need to go and, even if I have to walk 10,000 miles, I have to go and see to my child, my people. So Shanice is okay, by the way. I've talked to her every day since, you know, I asked someone to bring her some food yesterday. I am not sure if she got it or not. I spoke to her in the night last night and she did not get it, so I'm not sure if the person turned up with it or they will turn up today. But I did speak to somebody that, you know, is on the ground and can get some stuff to her. So, you know, hopefully they'll get to her today. I'm gonna give the live some thumbs up on my paper, please. And there's 111 of us. See if you can get with to at least 50 thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're here for the first time. Yeah, let's get into it, my people. And remember that the lines are open. Anybody that live close by to Kiev that is picking up any kind of signal, anybody have Starlink that is watching, you know, I have just started looking at some Starlinks as well. They are mad expensive, my people. Jaja. But anyway, where was I?
We were on duty. Good afternoon. I am Inspector Nadine Franklin. I am the station commander for Cottage Police Station. With me is, well, we have our zone commander here, Inspector Brooks, and other members of the operation team for North. Also with me is District Constable Banton. We were on duty here for the day. Our patrol is out at this time. We're still looking at the area at how much damage has been done by the hurricane. We've been visiting homes.
No, that night I did not check Costco, but I don't know Costco card. And the person I know with the miles and miles away from me right now. I looked on Amazon and they're really expensive on there. You know. So but I'll get me on pound one regardless. Cause I need to bring down one when I come.
From Wednesday, one of the most interesting things happened. We cleared an area, a section of the area, Mayfield, going right down to Medina, all those areas on Wednesday morning after the hurricane stopped. And then we found that community members were just joining us because our intention was just to take home our staff who was here during the hurricane. And community members kept joining us, and until we completed a stretch of the road and they were able to go home. So the hurricane did a lot of damage. Not much damage to the station, but significant enough for us to need some help. We have 4 trainee constables here who are on job training here, and they were displaced because the roof of the area, which was just refurbished by Jamalco, the roof is gone. Our carport at the back went off also during the hurricane. Not much more damage is done here, but I know that significant damage is done to our community. But we continue to work with the community to see if we can just get things back together. Somebody called us from Litchfield and said a lot of people lose their roof, you know, and we reached out to persons who we know live alone. There was this one lady who said, "I'm so glad you came, Miss Franklin," because she saw nobody for 3 days.
Yes.
She was in our home.
So what we have learned from Beryl and what we're seeing again in Melissa is that the security forces don't only play the role of security. They are social workers,
Yes.
They are first responders, they do.
Oh yeah, guys, I was told this morning that in Stratbogie in Savlamar that 2 children between 8 and 13 was found dead in a building that collapsed in Stratbogie in Savlamar in Westmoreland. It is yet to be confirmed, but you know, there's no reason for me not to believe. You know, obviously there's no signal. The thing is probably worse than, you know, what we are currently thinking, because, you know, there's no signal for persons to say exactly what is happening. So, you know, anyway.
Some of the infrastructure work. So the police plays a multifunctional role in the community. For them to be able to effect that multifunctional role, the police stations have to be built and equipped in such a way that in the event of a disaster, there is continuity of function. And what we have seen with some of the police stations is that they have been damaged to the point where it limits functionality.
Yes, sir.
So they don't have backup power, they don't have backup comms, and water and other amenities they don't have, but yet they have to be present, as is the case in Black River, where the police are still functioning but not as effectively because their station is damaged. This station has not been damaged, as you said, in an extensive way. Repairs could easily be effected.
Yes,
But what we're going to do as part of the relief and recovery effort, first line of business would be to get the police fully functional. So we're going to, as much as we can, provide the police stations that don't have generators with standby generators so that you can operate, at least have electricity at night to power up your devices. You can communicate and to assist members of the community where necessary. So we're going to hand this over in your charge, all right? And I'm sure you will take care of it and make the most of it.
Yes, we will.
All right.
And thank
Keep up the good
you
work.
on behalf not just of the police, but also the community.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Dennis, you know things with that exhaust all of that there before me reach to this desperation, Dennis. Eh? You know think so? Anyway, we are going to go to a clip from the midday news yesterday, my people, and give some updates as to what took place yesterday on the ground. See?
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Death toll rising from Hurricane Melissa, total now at 24. Widespread looting reported in Black River, St. Elizabeth. And later in sports, West Indies complete 3-0 sweep of Bangladesh in T20 series. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carrie Ann Simpson. Here are the details. The death toll from Hurricane Melissa is expected to increase. That's according to Minister of Information, Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon. During a special press briefing at Jamaica House a short while ago, she revealed that at least 5 more people have been reported dead.
Last night, I would have reported that there were 19 confirmed deaths, 19 Jamaicans who lost their lives. And this morning, I've confirmed that that number has not changed. But we have reports that are quite credible of the potential of 4 bodies being in Westmoreland that need to be retrieved and 1 in St. Elizabeth.
And Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is expected to continue touring more parishes today. Over the past couple of days, the Prime Minister has visited St. Elizabeth, St. James and Westmoreland. Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon provided an update on the logistics.
Yesterday, the Prime Minister did Hanover and Westmoreland. And so today, he will be, obviously dependent on the weather, doing Trelawney,
So yes, I was told this morning that the bodies of 2 children was found in a crumbled structure in Stratbogie, in Savlamar, in Westmoreland. It is not confirmed yet, obviously, because we don't have proper signal, but you know, the person that told me, I have no reason to not believe, you know, but that is what I was told, that 2 children between the ages of 8 and 13 have been found in a crumbled building in Stratbogie, in Westmoreland, in Savlamar, you know.
Chester and St. James. The interior of the island also was very much affected, Minister Marks. I know in Manchester there is quite a bit of damage, and we're also hearing reports from Clarendon. And so the Prime Minister will be looking at those areas today.
The Information Minister.
So what happened? I spoke to one of my cousin, uncle, yesterday, who knows my daughter and knows her family, her grandfather and her grandmother and her mother. And he said to me that it is not possible for him to access the road, as you guys would have seen, because I posted the road last night and here. See? So it is not possible. That is why I'm asking somebody with a bike, because it is not possible by car. See? That would mean that nobody can go in and nobody can come out. So if anybody hurt up there, you know. However, there's another way, but that road, the road, and then you have 2 sides of hill. So anything can come down off of the hill in the road. So we don't know if that side is blocked as well. Seeing I have not seen that side. So it's why I'm asking. It is more feasible where somebody riding a bike probably would be able to get there just to say, you know, or to tell me what is going on. So I can get in some food to my daughter or something, or get her out at the very least. You know. Like I said, Shanice is okay. No cash, because none of the machine in her work, and she exhausts the cash that she had already. Cash is here, ready to send, but you know, she can't access it. So whether I put in her account or whatever, she can't access it yet. So I have spoken, I've talked to somebody yesterday that will bring her some goodies, and well, last night. So I don't know if she got it between last night, but if not, she'll probably get it today. But you know, for the most part, she is all right. Her son, by the way, was in St. Elizabeth with his father, and no word from none of them either. So, you know, Shanice too want to hear from her son when people in St. Elizabeth. It rough, my people. It rough, you know. But we continue to just do what we can. I have started raising money here through my friends as well. I am probably I was planning to send that down to somebody to do something, but I am going to take it along with me, and I will do it myself, so I can provide video evidence to, you know, persons who have donated to say, look, this is where your money went. See? So, that, my people. We continue for us do what we can do.
Being cleared, it is still difficult to travel, and so by air is the most ideal way to go. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz revealed that the government will be receiving helicopters in the coming days to help with the aerial assessments, transportation of critical aid, and people during this emergency.
To transfer and treat patients that may need underground treatment, plus, of course, be able to carry a lot of relief supplies. Not to mention that some of the charitable organizations that are here, the big ones, have their own assets, private helicopters. And I suspect that by end of today, we will probably have about 6 or 7 of those.
Widespread looting has been reported in Black River, St. Elizabeth in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. The town has been flattened, leaving several establishments exposed. Residents who have been desperate for aid have resorted to helping themselves. They've taken items from wholesales and other stores. We spoke with head of the St. Elizabeth Police Division, SSP Coleridge Minto.
As well as the High Command, and additional assets were sent to the space to assist us to ensure that we maintain law and order, even as we pick up the pieces during this very difficult period. We're also supported by a contingent of soldiers from the Jamaica Defence Force, and so there's a joint presence now in the town centre and environs to ensure that we protect what is left of some of the businesses and ensure that those properties that are not fully destroyed remain intact. Many of the business owners are now in the parish and are securing the remains of their property.
He says the death toll in the parish is rising.
We have confirmed now 6 persons died as a result of this horrific hurricane. The last body was picked up yesterday, late yesterday evening by Brown's Funeral Home, and that body is an elderly gentleman from the Five Spen area.
In Santa Cruz, persons are also desperate for help. The Member of Parliament for Northeast St. Elizabeth, Zuleika Jess, has joined the cause. Details in this report.
After a walkthrough.
Good morning to my beautiful wife who just entered the chat. Good morning, baby. UN, big up yourself. Nadia, big up yourself. Maureen, big up yourself. Jenny, big up. Jamaica, where we live, big up yourself. Calvin, big up yourself. Keishan, big up yourself. Jenny, big up yourself. Jenny. Larry, big up yourself as well. And big up yourself, Dennis. Jacqueline, me just see you jump in as well. Good morning.
Some of the worst impacted areas in northeastern St. Elizabeth, Member of Parliament Zuleika Jess made this appeal.
We need some assistance. We need urgent assistance. We need for there to be a declaration that this is a disaster area and for urgent help to come into the constituency.
Her cries for help echoed by some residents.
Want help for bread me? Want help with me house?
By the way, when I got up this morning, the police was escorting in aid in the early morning. Larry's trucks with aid and aboard it is moving into the space today, my people. So the government has spent the last 2 days trying to clear the road. And by the way, the Darliston to Montego Bay Road is now clear. And from White House to Kingston Road is now clear. So persons who want to come and see their relatives in Westmoreland from Kingston, the road is now clear. Persons from Montego Bay that want to come into the space and look for their relative, the road is now clear. I'm not sure about the Hanover leg of the road. Also, for persons in Savlamar that wants to connect with their relative, the Savlamar Fire Brigade is running hotspots. So you can go there and connect if you're in Savlamar. The pharmacy on Louis Street is also running hotspots. So you can go there and connect. So you can tell your relatives that you're okay. QQ Bar Uptown Savlamar is also running hotspots. So you can go and connect and tell your relatives that you're okay. And in Farm Pen, the barber Nerick. See? So big up Nerick. Nerick would have known me from a little boy, you know. Nerick is running hotspots in Farm Pen as well. So persons who live in George's Plain, Farm Pen, Walter Chedison, we are called down this again. Can't remember down this any name right now. Can't remember. But anyway, people that lives in that vicinity, Nerick is running hotspots in Farm Pen as well. So you can go and connect and tell a relative that you're okay. And lots of persons are running Delco, so you can get the phone charged all over the place. See? Some people are charging $100, some people are charging $50, some people will charge it for free. See? So wanted to give that information for persons in Sav, my people.
Help with me house. Help. We need help. I want people to go to fill up the plate. The can't be right.
And that night is saying Sandals is charging phones, giving water and Wi-Fi. So Sandals Negril. So if you're living in Negril, you maybe can go. Or is it Sandals White House? Which one? Or maybe all of their vicinities, all of their hotels is probably doing that. So just try and get to one of them. So there's a Sandals White House. Anybody that lives Culloden, those side, you know, probably you can get to connect there. I have a cousin that work at White House Sandals, and he is connected, so I'll ask him today. You know. Also, Minister Vaz said that they're working with Flow and Digicel to use the Starlink connection to connect back the community Wi-Fi. So you see that Wi-Fi that they were placing in the community, that Mr. Vaz said that they're working with Flow and Digicel now to try and get those back up and running as quickly as possible, my people.
That one that's terrible. No man, we need help. And let me tell you.
This elderly resident, who gave her name as Gwenny, hasn't been able to get to her home in Bratton District, Santa Cruz.
This time was bad man here, I know it's much of them, they go see. But you are gone. I don't pretend to have this culture. I breathe on this storm. It's terrible. And it close. Everything watch the thing. I mean, my house, you know, my house, you watch.
You and I heard that South Chilani is damaged. I heard that part of the road gone over the hill. I believe I posted a video on Facebook with a hole in the road, but I believe that is not Chilani. You know, but I was told that North and South Chilani is damaged really bad, and they're expecting casualty there as well. Also, the hurricane that is still traversing up to the islands, it has pick up speed again, my people. So I don't know what kind of demon hurricane this is. It not lose power. See? So it continue to roar, it's roaring away, and it pick up speed. Ah, boy.
She was in a shelter when the hurricane made landfall.
The shelter, what pure water, pure water, and we bed wet up, and sheet wet up, clothes wet up, everything. You make the bed mattress blow away and gone.
So give me a comparison. So how was Gilbert and Beryl and this one? Which one is the worst?
This one is the worst.
But despite the destruction,
We got to be alive, man. We got thanks.
How was it? How was it start?
Good morning, Lisa. I was exhausted last night, you know, because I stayed up the other night, the previous night, trying to, you know, get some information you know, about my daughter and try to get some stuff, some supplies to Shani. So I stayed up the whole night and the whole morning until I got through to some people. One gentleman promised me that he would go and check yesterday. He went, tried to, but the road is not possible on Cave Hill. By car, by the way, you know, and she live a little way away from the road, so I guess, you know, he couldn't trek it, right? And we don't want to put him in a known danger anyway, so, you know, but I am hoping. But the problem that I have where my daughter's house was, it is perched upon a little hill, right? Behind it, it is directly behind, in front of a mountain. See, it is directly in front of a hill that has loads of tall trees and debris up there. I look up there myself, some big stone up there, some boulders. So me there, so me don't know if none of them get loose and jump in the top of the house or in the side of the house or back of the house and the tree then fall off. And hopefully them did have the good sense to fall some of the tree them before. You know, because as far as I am concerned, most people in Westmoreland that I spoke to at the time tell me, no storm now come. Sure, every storm I come, it gone. We got now send no storm down here. So a lot of them were not prepared, my people. A lot of them were not prepared. You know, so them the little thing that kind of concern me. Good morning, Mama Winsome. And big up yourself. Michelle, good morning. Jem, good morning, Jem. Good morning again, Lisa. And Nadia, good morning. You know.
What was this, Sam? Why? I can't tell you. Stam kid, bad. Terrible. See? But we give God thanks. We have life. See me? So, bless up on yourself.
Aliyah Bryant, TVJ News.
The country's agricultural sector is again at the mercy of the weather elements after just recovering from the ravages of Hurricane Beryl. The devastation from the sector is yet to be seen. It is expected to be in the billions. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green provided an update on TVJ's Smile Jamaica program.
Jamaica's breadbasket. Acres of farmland now lie battered. What once stood tall are now rows of toppled banana stalks, vegetation washed out and livestock pens left in ruin. Speaking on Smile Jamaica this morning, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Floyd Green says assessments are still being done.
Parishes like St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Trelawney, people live where they farm. All right. So the farm is right next door to your house. So when the house suffers severe damage, the farm suffers severe damage. And where this particular hurricane walked, again, a lot of our vegetable farmers, a lot of our banana planting farmers in South St. James, vegetable farmers in Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, and yam farmers in Trelawney.
Minister Green says he has deployed a team headed by State Minister Franklin Witter and Permanent Secretary Dermot Luke Spence today to assess damage and assist residents in the worst affected areas.
We've heard about significant damage to banana planting. We've heard about significant damage to livestock, poultry farmers, those small backyard farmers, lost chickens, lost cubs in Beryl. We lost about 300,000. I estimate that we will lose a lot more. You know, we've been having some challenges with egg production since Beryl. Lost a lot of layer birds. I think we lost about 40,000 in Beryl. I've already got one report of one farmer who lost 45,000.
Oh. He says by Monday he hopes to have a comprehensive report on the extent of the damage.
We will rebuild. We always rebuild. And in each, storm, weather event, hurricane, we're much better able to treat with it. So already we have a recovery plan. Our recovery plan is then sized based on the scope of the disaster. So, for example, we already have a stockpile of seeds that we hold for disaster. We were almost about to use them because we were at the end of the hurricane season. And the RADA team was saying, boy, let's get out there, get the farmers. They want to plan for Christmas. And luckily, he said, just hold on, let's see out the season. So we have those, and as soon as we can get to some of the farmers, we will start distributing, hopefully next week. Additionally, we already have a system that we did not pull down, that we stood up for burial. So Michael Price heads our recovery task force. That has already been reactivated. What that helps us to do is to streamline all the assistance to agriculture, so we're not duplicating. We found that helped us well in burial so that we could stretch the impact of the resources that we have.
Aaliyah Bryant, TVJ News.
And Hurricane Melissa left a trail of destruction in the historic town of Falmouth in Trelawney. Sandy Williams saw the devastation firsthand.
They're not driving in a river. In fact, this is the Market Street main road, which leads directly into the town of Falmouth in that direction. So the town is also underwater. Inside the town, there's widespread damage.
90% or more of all wooden and concrete houses that has galvanized roofs in this entire town are gone. A lot of the electricity poles. JPS office here, it's as if it never existed.
At this gas station, the roof didn't just lift off, it came crashing down, flattening everything in its path. The once towering signs that guided motorists now lie face down, their messages buried beneath Melissa's wrath. Across town, residents walk through flood waters, some carrying what's left of their belongings, others simply helping each other. In moments like these, the human spirit shines brightest, even when the sun hasn't. Entire roofs vanished, gone with the wind, literally, leaving living rooms exposed to the elements. On every street corner, zinc sheets and broken solar panels tell the story of a storm that spared nothing and no one. A downed utility pole and mangled transformer block the main road, a stark reminder that for many residents, light at the end of the tunnel is still out of reach.
The town has been flooded like this before with consistent rain, because rains are not kept as often as should. So when the rain comes from there's a little time, so that causes the flooding, and then the trees fall in the draggage, which helps to block the flow of water, banks it up, and then the garbage and other stuff pulled in by water from the places, helps to block it. That is a channel to set the town free. But I'm telling you, when you walk town, it's not the Falmouth you love Google.
At the Falmouth Hospital, ground zero for destruction. The female medical and surgical ward is unrecognizable. Ceilings have caved in.
Yeah, we just build back the Falmouth ward there, you know. Just build it back, you know. Spend 20 odd million, you know. Build back the ward there, you know. A Falmouth Hospital, you know.
Walls burst open and beds meant for patients now cradles boxes of drenched medical supplies. A wet floor sign peeks out from under debris, a grim touch of irony. And nothing feels safe. The accident and emergency unit, broken windows, no ceilings and ruined equipment, a hospital in need of healing itself. Still, amid the ruin, the cleanup has begun. A work crew has been removing the down utility poles.
Now it's uncertain when the town will go back to normalcy, but by the look of it, it might take some while. But the flood waters is not stopping business for residents and motorists. As you can see, motorists have been traversing the area slowly but cautiously, because there are sections of the roadway where the water level is higher than others. Reporting from Falmouth in Trelawney, I'm Sandy Williams for TVJ News.
Thank you, Sandy. It is time for a break here on the Midday News, but stay with us. More stories when we return. Williams.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, Mandeville's Mayor Donovan Mitchell has been visiting affected areas. Among the areas he toured was the market.
We went and we did a thorough walk of the market. There are about 2 or 3 down poles there. The lighting system is down. There are roof problems there, the office, the major area for meat and that. So what I've said to the staff.
So what I've realized, UN, persons are saying that it will take years to build back. It will take years, but I don't believe it will take 10 years to go back to normal. And I tell you why. Although we lose a lot of house and a lot of government building, they are still standing. We don't have to go completely. We don't have to go build them over from scratch. They're still standing. We can repair them. That's not going to take forever. And we haven't lose any major roadways. Any of the major roadways have not been lost. So we just have to go just build back the parts them that are damaged and continue to rehabilitate them. However, persons who own property and own houses, government can't build back house give everybody. So some people that will just have to help themselves, and it will take years for many of us to recover and get back to some sense of normalcy. But the place overall, it is, I saw in Haiti where the sea basically take off one whole of one road on the coast, the road drop off in the sea. We have not experienced any of that so far, even though it's terrible and more terrible than Haiti. So because of that, I am seeing, and I heard the Prime Minister say that compared to White House, Savlamar is going to recover quick. See, I saw a clip with Mark Golden. Let me play for you, I'm gonna hear. And then we go back to the news. So much I news. 14 minutes 52. When I play the clip of phone, I'm gonna hear them in Westmoreland when Mark Golden go down there. And some people are gonna vex with me this morning after I play the clip, but I don't care. See? I'm gonna listen to this. Oh no, I'm fine. Listen to this.
So today we have got access to a helicopter from a private company, and that's enabled me to come down. We flew over St. Elizabeth, had a look at the terrible damage. We landed in White.
Yo, Mark Golden as opposition leader is not. As the leader of the opposition, you're not entitled to any government assets. However, in a situation like this, Mark Golden, as one of the leaders of the nation, can request to use one out of our 7 helicopters. Plus, he could have gone to Westmoreland with the Prime Minister to tour with the Prime Minister. See, this tour that Mark Golden did yesterday is purely political. Him and Dayton Camber. And I will play it so you can hear it. Listen, I'm wanting to listen up for people them down at Westmoreland.
House, which is where we are now. We visited also Burn Savannah, and we flew over Sab and other communities. Darleston, the devastation is terrible in West.
Good morning, Tanya. Yes, I'm a twin, I'm a twin. And she stayed just like me too. Look a bit and ring and things ever bigger man. I'm a hard ching. So I can't afford for nothing to do him. See? But yeah, she look like me.
The people are really desperate. They need water, they need food. There are many communities that are still cut off and where we need to open them up.
Alright, baby. Later. Shanice's phone are dead people, so. Shanice, but you need to have on the phone, so people then can get to you. But me tell them we're there still, so look out, see? Alright, love you.
So that they can have some source of comfort and assistance. So this is the time now to really rev up the assistance, get it deployed into the communities, work with the members of parliament because they know where the needs are, work with the churches, work with the NGOs that want to help, so we can put a full force national effort with international support behind saving our country and rebuilding our country. And I'm committed to working, if I'm allowed, with the government in a joint effort to make it happen. And the people are very happy to see us. And I think we should be facilitated so that we can gave them a sense of hope as well, that we're not forsaking them, that they matter, and that they're going to get support. And that's the message I've been bringing today.
Listen to the people them in Westmoreland now. Listen to them.
Our people need food, they need water, they need everything. It's total destruction, total disaster. But we are here. We are here to do an assessment, to go back to ensure that we can get the necessary things that this constituency wants so we can move forward. We're going to build back stronger, and we're going to ensure that we take care of every Jamaican and every citizen of Western Westmoreland. That's the commitment they have from me as their member of parliament.
You hear them? Make them turn down there. Make Ian Hales, Mark Golden, Dayton Campbell, and Dwayne Vaz. Make them fix up down there, give them. Have you hear me I tell the Prime Minister? Fix up food place and left them. Because you know I go fix up and give them, you know. You know I go fix up and give them. And you know I go benefit with. Left them, make them turn. You hear me I tell you no? Because they love squalor. Mark Golden not even head down there until after Andrew go down there. And the first thing he must say, he never have no access to no airlift or nothing. Saying so make he never go to one party down the road. If he did serious about it, he want to go down there. If you go see them. See, left them, make them turn. Oh.
I'm saying to residents, I'm here with you. My own accommodation in South Sea Park was destroyed as well. I'm trying to get to all the communities, but I use the same roads that you use. If they are blocked, I can't get there either. So we're trying to engage members, people who have backhoes, chainsaws and those things, so that we can clear the road and open up back access to the residents. Yes, I'm grateful that the leader has been here himself and he's been assisted in speaking to persons within the government and in the private sector so we can get help to the people of Eastern Westmoreland. I can make one assurance to you.
I'm a classmate, Sohan. I see you, you know. I see you, Sohan. You're progressive. Somebody, hard-working somebody. Stop follow behind PNP. I see you, Sohan. See? Fix up on the folly ground down there. I see you in a crowd. Yeah. You think I see you? Oh.
That we will never leave you and we will never forsake you. And we will never allow anybody to treat this.
No. Michelle, she said her phone is dying. You're mad, huh? Mother-in-law. She said her phone is dying. Not her mom.
Constituency doesn't matter. It will remain at the forefront for attention.
So hold straight, be positive, believe in our God, and everything will be all right. One love.
Yeah, man. Them feel low them down there. Them feel low them, but they have paid beer. Yay! I'm not going to go down there with too long hand. Why may I tell her to put on the cloud? Anyway, we go to the news clip.
Is to get the place cleaned up and ready because you don't want to put any vendor or any customer in harm's way.
He says the hurricane caused widespread destruction, including flooding and power outages impacting many areas.
I realize that there are a significant amount of persons that have lost zinc and roofing and all of that, so we're doing that assessment. Also, the SDC and the other agencies will do their assessment, so they just have to wait a little bit before we can get some things to these persons. We have their interests at heart and we're just asking them to hold on until we get to them.
Rhoda Crawford also visited several communities. It's part of her own assessment before the recovery begins.
In terms of the damage suffered, one of the greatest commonality among everyone here is the loss of electricity. Most, if not all, communities across the constituency are currently without electricity. Another major problem that is common among all of us is the telecommunication issues.
She also received complaints from the farming community.
Quite a number of farmers have totally lost their produce, and not just the vegetable farmers, but those who rear chickens and animal. total destruction.
She says the government is working to restore essential services and provide aid to affected communities.
So together we know that we're going to build back our communities, we're going to build back our home, we're going to build back our constituency, we're going to build back the parish, and we're going to build back Jamaica. We are a resilient.
Yannick Williams, TVJ News.
Connectivity remains a problem in St. Anne, which was hard hit by Hurricane Melissa. Here once again is Sandy Williams.
I'm standing in Prairie, and behind me is a scene of damage. It's just one of several damage along this roadway. This is a digital receiver that has collapsed during the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Now, from Miami Bay right back to Discovery Bay, the scene has been one of widespread damage. Down large trees and utility poles, cutting electricity to several communities. Now, the residents say the winds were relentless overnight, snapping poles and uprooting large trees. For now, work crews are out trying to remove the debris, but movement along the corridor remains slow. And so motorists are being urged to proceed with caution as recovery works continue across the parish. I'm Sandy Williams reporting for TVJ News.
Over in St. Mary, there's desperation among residents who cannot access money from automated banking machines across the parish because of power outage as a result of Hurricane Melissa. TVJ News caught.
You know, it is so weird to me that banks in Jamaica don't have a contingency plan in place in case there's a major disaster and people need cash. Yes, major disaster come and them tell us if we take out adequate amount of cash, but cash no last forever, it got done. Almost 1 week after the hurricane, you tell me say the banking system is not even a little bit robust. If even one ATM in a whole of every township start work back, you tell me say them couldn't even get, them can't get up some satellite internet. Nothing. Nothing they can do. None I bank them. Jeez, I'm crackers.
The few who left disappointed.
From yesterday, I've been trying to get some cash, and all the ATMs are down. Where are we? We went again on Rockabessa in Ochi, and right here in Port Maria. No electricity, everything is down.
Okay, I have no money from my day, I have no food, not all in my house.
As a farmer, I may like medication when I don't do. I have to wait. That's the system said. Yeah, man, because we don't know power, we don't know this, we don't know that money shot.
And at least one credit union is urging customers to be patient as they await power restoration.
We have a number of persons who come in since morning. Some of them, we were here yesterday as well, and some even came in, but due to what's happening, we're unable to service them.
Residents of Landui in St. Thomas say the Easington Bridge is one rainfall away.
Yes, Jai, the ATM work by electricity, but them supposed to have a backup generator, especially at the big one, them a big standalone one. Them behind it, it's supposed to be an automatic generator that comes on whenever power is lost. You know, so if just on a normal day, see, so rain and fall on a normal day and current gone, people won't be able to get cash out of the machine. We're supposed to have backup generators to just come on board, providing they're not damaged, but just come on once the current is lost and start to generate funds. And persons should be somewhere, one of them cash handling place there, Brinks or whatever they use now, guardsman or whatever they use now. You know, persons should be there who are emergency workers who work 24/7 on a shift basis to make society continue to roll, because all of them are things that will cause a breakdown in our society now, you know. But soon here say people are fight over food, one gets stabbed and something. And that happen now because people desperate. And the people them that is there to be the pint guards to make certain thing run smooth. They have failed I just lose signal a while ago. Don't tell me if you not hear me. You not hear me? You look like you not hear me because I see people live. Okay. You not hear me. I just see live low connection a while ago. See? But what I say is, you know, these things can possibly cause a breakdown in the society because no, Shanice's mother did not die. Shanice said her phone is dying. So she have to see, we'll see we later. That you say. See? So if you not hear me, jump out and jump back in. See? So yeah, I'm saying these things can cause a breakdown in our society. They're supposed to have people on guard. People where say, alright, boy, when a hurricane come, this might happen, here is the contingency plan. We need to be out as soon as this is over. As soon as this is over, here we're going to move this here. We need persons to put this there. We have to plan them something there. In England, if you can't get access to your bank account for certain time and you can't get to transact your business, the bank have to compensate you, know? Bank have to compensate you. And we get compensated in Jamaica for all ideas that we're hungry for because banks did not have contingency plan for a hurricane. Mighty God.
A section of the roadway leading to the bridge gave way Thursday with a truck carrying construction material. The police have since placed caution tape around the disaster area, now impassable to motorists.
Our friend play smart, play smart friendly. How can I comment that you comment for my life?
The situation behind us as we speak is something that has been building for a number of years and something that was brought to the attention of all the necessary agencies and authority for the past 10 to 12 years. We have been grappling with this condition for this long time, where the NAA Parish Council, Mines and Geology and all the relevant agencies was informed and was brought to the location where the current disaster exists. And for this to happen at this time, when they rewind, it is something that it is unacceptable to the citizens of the general space. Landway, Ramble, Islington, Norris, and all those areas.
Residents argue.
Yeah, man, the persons who want to call, the line is open. You can call if you wish to. See?
That alternative routes to communities beyond the bridge is not only longer but costly. Additionally, there are concerns about landslides.
And at this time, all of those rocks are now loosened and is ready to fall. The last tropical storm that came in Beryl, tons of rocks fell on the ground.
It's two-way to corner. It's either Woodburn or Norris. So I would like the bridge to fix because the vehicle is going to corner from Norris. They have to drive all the way around to Woodburn. And I would like this bridge to be fixed.
The Sangster International Airport is expected to be reopened on Saturday to commercial flights. Humanitarian aid flights, on the other hand, have started to arrive today. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz says the facility was hit significantly by Hurricane Melissa.
We are taking flights, relief flights in Montego Bay now for 2 days. And finally and thankfully, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, PJ will open for commercial passengers.
Warned the Norman Manley International Airport from as far as Western Jamaica, trying to get a flight out of the country. Unfortunately, not everyone was able to leave. Some are expected to return to the airport today. Now, rescheduled flights have been booked throughout the weekend into next week. United Nations resident coordinator in Jamaica, Dennis Zulu, says Hurricane Melissa has caused unprecedented across Jamaica and has called the international.
Dennis.
Yeah, morning, Dutch.
Morning, my boss.
How you do?
I'm there, you know. Tell me now.
I see you put up your picture of your daughter. As I said yesterday when I called, and I will say today again, she's fine. Just be patient. You'll hear from her. You'll hear from her soon. Yeah. My take today is I have been looking at the opposition leader, and I have been looking at him. He said that he wanted unity, which I believe he is talking with the government and everything in terms of this disaster. I am saying I am thinking within myself as a simple layman. Why not lobby with the government? Why not lobby with the government? Sit and have dialogue with PM Holness, because I know Andrew is a man where you can talk to. Talk to him. Say to him, instead of having this halabaloo, instead of trying just have a talk with Andrew. Right? What is it that you guys have in place to deal with the disaster? How can we help as opposition? That you are gonna talk about the people want water. Everybody know that when there's a crisis situation, water and food is very essential, right? And instead of going around and talking the spotlight of the media and it doesn't make sense. You lost the election. We're not talking about election now. We're not playing politics now. But we must understand that there is a crisis situation. It's not just Westmoreland that is affected. The entire country actually is affected. If you check, Westmoreland was affected, Manchester was affected, Trelawney was affected. There is at least 7 parishes that were 7 out of 14 parishes that were severely affected. No, what I'm saying, I know everyone needs help, but you have to plan properly. You can't just pick out Westmoreland and say the people of Westmoreland. What about not? I am from Manchester. Manchester has been hit. I just spoke to someone on the phone a while ago. A place called Mile Gully, Inglewood. People lost their roof. Kendall. People lost their roof. No, you have to plan it strategically. There's 28 members on the opposition side. What do? You go to the Prime Minister and say, all right, we have 20, there are 28 of us over here. All right, let us see how we can organize this thing and we can get the food out, we can get the aid out to people. You can't just pick out Westmoreland and say we are going to deal with Westmoreland. What about the other people? You understand?
That is why
Sorry?
This is why I say Dayton Cameron never go down there. He might wait for Mark Golden. You know? So they can go together. Because them decide to have politics, they're going to play with the thing, you know?
You're in politics. You're playing politics. And I think that is wrong. We don't need that now. So what we need to do now is just organize it. How are we going to deal with it? We get international from abroad. I am in the field of health, so I basically understand what the crisis is. But at the same time, we have to plan. You can't just go down there. All right, him go down there yesterday with an empty helicopter because he want the media to see him and he want the world to see him. That don't help it. What did you bring for the people? Bring a few bottles of water, bring some food, some bread, some crackers, all of that so people can start eating. You understand? Because is the staff of life.
I remember
don't go down there.
Own a company we carrying rice, flour, and water. You know. Remember, they own a company we do that.
Well, that I never know. You're opening my eyes to something that I don't even know.
Okay.
But at the same time, and you have resources that you could pull and get that people can benefit. No, all right. Let me just go off of that little. Let me talk about the banks. The banks in Jamaica are failures. They are abject failures. No, we have suffered over the years. We remember in the Caribbean, you know, we are right in the middle of we are in a hurricane belt. We are in an earthquake belt, and you're telling these banks in Jamaica you can't come up system where people don't need to have physical cash. You don't have to go to an ATM machine. You get your card and whatever. If you want to go to a supermarket and you want to buy 100, you want to buy $1,000 worth of food, you can buy your food, or you can you just use you just use your card. You don't need physical cash, and that is what is beating. That is what is going to beat a lot of people down there, because a lot of people depends on physical cash. You have to go to a cashless system.
I can say something to you.
Go ahead,
Dennis.
Go ahead, Dodge.
About 2 years ago, Andrew Holness want to move Jamaica to a cashless society. Everybody and their mama come out. Andrew Holness I got put with a slavery. You know,
I
no cash.
remember.
You see?
I remember.
No.
I remember. I said it to people down there already. You know, they say what we want to bring in the mark of the beast and blah 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 black sheep. No, you see what happened now. You see what happened. If you had a seat, all right. Let me tell you this, Dujon. I have bills down in Jamaica to pay, and I lie in my bed and I pay all my bills. I lie in my bed and I pay all my bills, and they go straight onto whatever agencies are down there. Yep. We have to move to that system. We can't be thinking about me about go an ATM machine and this and that. When you in the UK, the oldest persons, when you look around, they are not using paper money. People are using their phones. People are using a card to get whatever business they are doing. Now, Jamaica people, me not think Jamaica people are the dumbest set of people in the world that we can't come to a system. You know what is the problem with us? We stuck in our ways, and we refuse to move, and we refuse to see what is happening elsewhere in the world, and that is part of the bigger problem. I just want to have a whole heap of demand to deal with it. Because if we had moved to that cashless system, I am sure a man not have to think about join one long line for go our ATM machine or what have you, or for go pick up money from Western Union and this and that and that. Who not have to think about that?
Let me say something to you, Dennis. In England, when your card system is down, once you touch the card, the register say you touch it and you buy something. So when the system come up, it draw the money.
I mean, I tell that. Me know that.
Yeah, so people worry about if currently they are not. As long as the Chinese have one Dell card, you can turn on in card machine, you touch it, and it will register a bank later and say you did touch it, and then bank take your money.
Of course. That's the direction we have to go, and people have to stop thinking this foolish notion. That's why you see people like L.A. Lewis and that. That's why I don't listen to those people, I don't listen to them, because all them do is confused, and a lot of people are seven this and that. I don't listen to them, because they are the one who is blinding and blocking a lot of misinformation in our society. They are the one who is carrying that kind of message. Now, what I'm saying, all right, that is the bank. Right now, let me tell you this. I'll give you a jam. Right now, in January, there was a situation with me, with my account. My account was compromised, and it's from Scotiabank. They took out 11,000 from my money. I went to Jamaica in May, and I went to the bank and I said, you took my money and I need back my money. They gave me back $6,000 out of the 11,000. It's not the amount that matters, but it's the fact that I have, because my accounts are online, we can see all of the transactions and everything. And when I went to them and tell them, you know what they did? They made a report. I have still not gotten back my $5,000 out of the $11,000. And God spare my life. Anytime I go back to Jamaica, I'm going straight to the head office of Scotiabank. I know that me have the transaction, Me make sure I screenshot it and everything. They took it from my account, and I still haven't gotten it back. And that's why I tell you that the banks in Jamaica are an abject failure.
Me always want because me can tell you, England, if somebody go in your account and take money, even if they send you a choco, it bank can jar you back from wherever you gone, suck in back in your account or suck you back. So why them can't be saying in Jamaica?
Not saying anything to them, and I may use an attorney this time when I'm gonna get an attorney. It's not the amount, but it's the fact that they took my money and they told me that they are gonna me. When I went down there in May, they said they're going to compensate me until this day. Now it's November, and I still haven't gotten back my money yet. But I'm going to go back to them. I'm just waiting. You understand? Because I monitor my accounts them all the way. That's why I said to you, I believe if we go online, if we use a cashless system, a lot of the problems that Jamaica is having now, this problem where people want money and can't get money and this and that, would have solved that problem. All right. My next point now is the electricity. All right. We are in a hurricane belt. We get hurricane. What's your name last year? Emily. We get Emily last year, and it damaged Westmoreland. It never did so bad. It damaged St. Elizabeth and it damaged some other parishes. Now, if we get the opportunity, I can get the opportunity to have discussion with the Minister of Science or whatever and the Prime Minister. I hope one day we can get the opportunity. We need to move to, you see in the UK, electricity goes underground. We have to move to that direction. It don't make sense every year when there's a storm. 3/4 of the country, the power lines and blow down and this and that and that. Why can't we change the electricity act in our country and move to underground cable?
Same like how we have put the fiber optic. The same thing we need to do with the electricity. Then if you do that in a St. Elizabeth, I make it be a model because St. Elizabeth completely tear down. They can build it back there.
Dujan, you know what I think I would encourage, because what I would encourage them to do is, you see all them new development, communities, them development, new housing scheme there, start put the power lines them underground. Take time, start do them, little. Because guess what? We are going to come back to this in this direction again. Because we are in the middle of a hurricane zone. And every time you see those winds come up from Africa and come into the warm water of the West Indies, we are right in the middle of it. Housing. We have to start looking at housing seriously too. We have I wrote it on my Facebook page since week, and I said we have to change the building act. You see this zinc roof, zinc roof, yeah. It can't work, you know. But we have to really seriously look at it. Let me tell you this. 18 years ago, I invested in a home. And I built it, 18 years me work on it. 18 years me I work on my house. And I went to, I go the route of decking concrete. It's more expensive, but it lasts longer. I'm not saying some of the houses them in St. Elizabeth or Westmoreland never deck or what have you know. But if you do it according, and I went through the council, the parish council. I live in Manchester, and when I checked in Manchester, my house stood to the test of time. You understand? People have to start realize people can't every day and I talk about the whole of we are poor people and ray. When I started my little home, I start by 100 block. By I said to me, ask the workman on them, say, tell me how much steel for buy. I buy the little. We have to start think about things that are priority. We can't sit down and spend money and buy whole heap of hair and clothes and all of this and big shoes and we not live nowhere. That is part of the problem that a big country. People take time, prioritize in things that don't make sense. And things where later on, after a while, it not have no use to them. We have to prioritize. Homes are important, and homes have to build structurally the correct way. We can't build one house out of 2 pieces of ply and one couple sheets of zinc or what have you. When hurricane come, what is going to happen? It's going to blow it away. I remember Gilbert because I was a youngster going to high school. I was a youngster. I mean, we see the damage that Gilbert do. And now we come back again as a person, as a big man now. And we come see this storm, what this storm do. And people now take heed.
Them are gonna take
We
heed
have
next
to
time.
take heed.
They about take heed next time. They about take heed next time. Everybody
Me,
we talk to, right now say them are go
John, me hope the government. That's why I say, me not love it. Me no want, me no, I would love to be able to be a voice of the government, be able to contribute. I mean, me not talk about, me no want no money or not from the government, you know, just my input. When me can do, when me can do.
people like that, man, for consultant and somebody
we can do when we can do by just telling, you know, giving them information that I think can help the society. Because you see, people must understand. Say, listen, man, we have a change. We are thinking. You understand what I mean? You see, other people that will live a river and people that talk about poor people, and that when you look, you see some people living in a riverbed, and when you check it out, they have how much taxi per road, them have this, them have that, and people still not care and think about the well-being and look on it and say 5, 10. But remember one time when when I was going to college in Jamaica, me did that one exam one time at UWI, and when me look down in a down over. No, me did there poppy now when me look over. I look down in a one place. I can't remember the name of the place, but I behind in a poppy square. But yeah, I look over. And when you look down in the riverbed, I see the amount of houses building at the riverbed. And I say, them people are really serious. Then when Hope River come down, the one of them now will get washed away. I hear people what talk about who me up. And if you see the kind of house, a concrete structure, you know, brother. And people. No, I tired to hear this thing about poor people. This me poor, me born poor. Me pick and tell people some used to eat a source of food go on my bed. You understand? But being born poor doesn't mean that you have to stay poor. And when me hear Prime Minister used to say, we must educate ourselves and we need to move from poverty to prosperity. Prosperity don't mean to say you have your pocket full of money. You educate yourself, make yourself better. So you can make different, better informed choices. And that is part of the
And that PNP read prosperity as your pocket full of money. And that them read it as.
Exactly the point, Dujan. I mean, I tell you, say, me feel so bad. Sometimes me feel so bad when most people could have changed some of their mindset. The youngsters, them, you understand? The youngsters, them, where I think about this flashing and this Roman boom and them not think about them years down the road, 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the road and what have you. Me tell you something. I wish me could have helped to change the mindset of some people. I wish me could have helped to change the mindset of some of them youngsters here in Jamaica. You understand? But I'm going to try again. Me used to do community service at some of the school them and what have you. I'm going to try, God spare my life when I come back home again. I'm going to try to see if I can, help again. Because, trust me, we...
Hold on, Dennis. Tanya, I see you call me. Call right back after Dennis done. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, man. But as me tell you, my point this morning, Dujan, is we need this banking thing here. We have to change. We have to go cashless. And me now going to stop that about it. We building code. We have to change the building code. We can't continue here. I build anyway. We can't continue. We can't keep continuing to I use simple frail thing to build homes and what have you. And then we sit down and we say we are poor people. And then when things happen to us now, we are going to say, boy, the government can do so much and no more. The government collect certain amount of resources. It can't do for 2.8 million people. And that is what we have to understand. You understand? So, I mean, and electricity, we have to about putting our cables underground and all of that. And instead of putting them on the surface, look on the concrete pole, them a JPS investing. Do all of them, a lot of them just blow them away and broke them up. So we have to change our mindset. We have to think differently. You understand? Look more from now. You see all of them damage to light pole and something and what have you. Who you think will bear the cost? I mean, you going to bear the cost come on, because JPS not going to bear it. Exactly. JPS not going to bear it and what have you. And that is why I say government needs to change the Electricity Act. It cannot be like that because we are going to come back here again. Anyway, my brother, we're going to free up the line and give somebody else a run. All right?
All right. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, my brother.
All right. Much love. All right, we call back Tanya.
Hi, John. Good morning again.
Morning,
Yeah, your adorable daughter. She's so beautiful. And she's okay. She's in the hands of God. God of our man.
Yeah,
So you're
man.
gonna hear good news.
I'm a twin, the one,
Yeah.
the one, she live at Jamaica, so she not too their
She
own daddy, so daddy very
definitely
concerned
she
about her.
definitely look just like you. Yeah, my two piece, what I heard caller just said, when Andrew the one bringing the digital thing, the other day I was talking with this girl from same place in my community, but she a PMP or whatever. So she were talking about it, and that is the mark of the bees and stuff like that. So I told her, I said, listen, you need to travel to experience stuff and to know stuff. You cannot stop one place and whatever you hear come on social media and run with it. I said, listen, when you come to people who more intelligent and them listen to you talk like this as a young girl, them are going to look on you as a dunce. You need to stop it. And I say, if you need to know stuff, information are there to go and Google and read. I said, what information do you need to know? Please to go and Google and read that stuff for yourself. And do not run with stuff like this, because to me, you sound stupid now. But even though me I said that to her, it's like, when somebody just lack and I try to
you can't tell them
know
people
things.
nothing, because them know everything already. For example, a Rasta man will tell us, we not fi import nothing, we fi grow, we eat and eat what we grow. So see one hurricane come and mash up everything what we name now. What we gonna do? We not fi import things now. Eh?
Exactly. And these are the things. Where the Prime Minister deal with it. Him have so much confirm and in the John, it's hard for really know say the own Jamaican people who doesn't want bring down the country because of what them believe or what them think or what people are tell them. And the social media thing, me not say it not good, it good and it bad, but the negative it stand 100% more than positive. When somebody come out and I try to educate them and stuff, they're not even your program where you have now. That's where this is where me learn enough things from. And most of what you send, honestly, me go up on Google myself and Google and whatever you send, me really see it on it for true. And that me I try bring to across to enough people, but them not get it.
Them no want get it.
Them
Them
not
stuck
get
in them ways and them believe and you can't tell them nothing. So you're unable to change their mindset the way they. But we continue to chip away at it, because at some point in time the truth that got confront them, It always happen. It's either them are gonna find themselves in a position. Cause look now.
Oh, sorry.
See it them voting
Mark
Golding. A Westmoreland and Mark Golding go down the helicopter play politics. Mark Golding never send 2 van with water and something to give them.
But Mark Golding wait until how many days after? And why did Mark Golding didn't use one of JDF helicopter? Mark Golding now make it look like there's separation in the body of the party member. And me not like that. Because he might make it look like remember say I chartered one him do something like that, some private whatever. I never listen to it like that.
And a charter helicopter, him and FEMA and Peter Bunting helicopter. It is not a chartered helicopter. Because him have said that kind of one.
Well, me not really listen to it. Me not really listen to FEMA stuff them like that, honestly. Because to me, him not nothing with sense. So I don't really listen much of what him say. Honestly, I should have, because this is all you're going to know really happen and stuff like that. But the thing about it, when him do stuff like that, he make it look bad for the Prime Minister.
Of course. Let me tell you, Jamaican people don't really follow politics, What they follow is political traditions. So if my granny orange, then me orange. Because true, me love my granny, so me have to orange. See? And then
the next news here I'm saying everything in one. The next news that I heard yesterday, I went to the hairdresser yesterday, and this lady in the hairdresser, she was saying that money that when him Nigel Clark and the Prime Minister put together for disaster preparedness is not, them cannot be found. It cannot be found. Mister, where do you get that information from? Says she ears. Mr. Listen, stop running with what ears said. That cannot go nowhere. Mr. Did the government, anybody from the government body come and say that? Mr. Us need to stop run with the negativity.
This is all about not being trusted, you know. They not trust the government, but people don't understand say there's only one government. So if a JLP, PNP, I government that. See? So what JLP I gotta do? If PNP willing to push the country forward, them have to go do that too. See? Yes, the party is separate. You govern, but you come from the party. You're from the PNP, but you're in government. Right? Or you're from the Labour Party, but you're in government. But once you get to government, you are governing everybody, PNP and JLP. So it is up to you then if you're going to move the country forward or you're going to make it stagnate. And we see what PNP do over the years. They don't move it forward, they make it stagnate.
And not only that, the John, them now look and say, when the guy there, say remind me of his name. When the Prime Minister put things in place. We just call him name, I don't remember. Them now look at it and say him do a good job and give him credit, yes. And give him credit for it. And give him credit for it. These are the things, you have to give people credit where credit is earned. And these are the things people must look into and say, yes, they are doing a good job. Them prepare stuff for when things like these come up. Them not give them no credit.
They never give no credit because if they give credit, them not go lose power because of that. So they never give no credit. You know?
My God, me say, let me tell you, Prime Minister have enough money and to deal with because you see when them people decide say them just talking out them believe and not try to know things and not try to move from them foolish ways, it's hard for Jamaica, Papa.
Of course. Of course.
But anyway, big up yourself still. Me still there here on your program. Make other people come in.
Yeah, man.
All right.
May I look up some information about Hurricane Gilbert. Hurricane Gilbert. Hurricane Gilbert, Michael Manley, and Edward Siaga was touring together. You don't know that? I'm sure when I call her, they said that over the years. Michael Manley and Edward Siaga toured the country. Went on walks together after that hurricane. See? So why we can't get Mark Golding? Mark Golding act like say him supreme and people fi ask him. If you're so concerned, you know, call the Prime Minister and say, Prime Minister, when you go to Westmoreland, come here, you go now. Make we stand in a solidarity in the Prime Minister, make we show the people them so we can unite. Why Prime Minister have to ask you? Why you can't ask him? Prime Minister not like Mark Golding. And Prime Minister not deal with Mark Golding because I see how Mark Golding behave a call up all him and wife. You see him all in a debate and talk about him and wife. Me would chat to him for that. And me not blame the Prime Minister for not deal with him. See? Because if I me a Prime Minister, he could have dealt with me. But Mark Golding, because of the circumstances now, Mark Golding could have put in a request to use one of the JDF helicopter. I'm sure one would go down there. So all they would have to do is get a car. He would join the vehicle and the motorcade, and then the helicopter would come back for him in a no time. And how long it take for about 20 minutes from Kingston to Savlamar or anywhere in Westmoreland? About 20 minutes, 25 minutes for the helicopter tops. See? So him could hitch a ride, come down and meet him somewhere with a helicopter. See? I have seen it before. I've seen Andrew Jones use a JDF helicopter when he was opposition leader. I don't never remember that. I don't see that. How do you think that happened? He asks. There's no God-given right to it. But because of the circumstances, if you ask and it is available, why not? Is he not part of the leadership of the country? The Prime Minister not like Mark Golding because Mark Golding first never like him and he always a disciplined man. See? If a helicopter go the way the Michelle, he can ask to go upon it. He can ask if you go up on here and then they meet him with a motorcade. The people them we have down there. DUJON'S have one vehicle. I'm sure Ian Hills have one. Where next brother name? The Cameron live down there town him live, so I don't know. But it is not written in stone, say, you know, he have to use it. But he can get access to it. Man, go in and play politics, brother. Play politics. And for the persons that was not here, we will run back a clip again. Hold on. I'm look for. Me personally, you know, can't stand him. I know what he's about. See? But me can tell you one thing. God put we in our right hand. You see, if we never in our right hand, dog, name out the whole of we supper. You know, remember, so me tell you no. And the helicopter went good on the pan him and Peter Bunting own it, and then company helicopter. And I know charter helicopter nothing.
Today we have got access to a helicopter from a private company, and that's enabled me to come down. We flew over St. Elizabeth, had a look at the terrible damage. We landed in White House, which is where we are now. We visited also Burn Savannah, and we flew over Sab and other communities. Darlington, the devastation is terrible in Westmoreland. The people are really desperate. They need water, they need food. There are many communities that are still cut off, and where we need to open them up so that they can have some sort of comfort and assistance.
What kind of comfort them are going now? Hurricane just blow not even 1 week yet and the country devastated. Go down there and say it is in a state. Bear with the government. They are getting in the necessary resources and we will get to you guys. We are trying to do it in a timely manner. This is not political right now. We are coming together as a country, and I, as the opposition leader, is coming to show solidarity. We don't know. We are telling people them say they need people then soon start rail up say man say they want water sitting. And that's what I watch.
So this is the time now to really rev up the assistance, get it deployed into the communities. Work with the members of parliament because they know where the needs are. Work with the churches, work with the NGOs that want to help so we can put a full.
Good morning to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good morning, mommy.
Force national effort with international support behind saving our country and rebuilding our country. And I'm committed to working, if I'm allowed, with the government in a joint effort.
Now, why would I stop Mark Golding from being allowed to work with the government that Mark Golding is a part of? Is Mark Golding not a lawmaker in Jamaica? Somebody tell me if Mark Golding is. Let me ask you in the comment section. Because it look like me missing something. Is Mark Jefferson Golding opposition leader not a lawmaker in Jamaica? Can anybody point me to the fact whether it is yay or nay? Is Mark Golding not a lawmaker in Jamaica? Somebody tell me. Mark Golding get more pay than the Prime Minister, you know? For do absolutely nothing.
To make it happen. And the people are very happy to see us. And I think we should be facilitated so that we can give them a sense of hope as well. That we're not forsaking them, that they matter, and that they're going to get support. And that's the message I've been bringing today. Our people need food, they need water, they need everything.
You're listening to the voice of the lice man in an omniverse, Ian Scales. That is his voice you're hearing now.
Total destruction, total disaster. But we are here. We're here to do an assessment, to go back to ensure that we can get the necessary things that this constituency wants so we can move forward. We're going to build back, stronger, and we're going to ensure that we take care of every Jamaican and every citizen of Western Westmoreland. That's the commitment they have from me as their member of parliament. Thank you. I'm saying to...
I hope they're not dead for hungry. Because if me and Prime Minister, I see them start real up, so you know, me give them money. I then go look after them and I head back down there. And when time my money rob up and then dead for hungry, I still not look. We win the election without Westmoreland 2 times, we don't need them.
President, I'm here with you.
My own accommodation in South Sea Park was destroyed as well. I'm trying to get to all the communities, but I use the same roads that you use. If they are blocked,
Yes, I see him. Ian here was telling people them what they say government use up a whole lot of money for election and there's no money. No, I him see man I tell them now say him I go take care of them and make. So if government itself now no money, where him will get it. Somebody tell me. That's cha.
Can't get there either. So we're trying to engage members, people who have backhoes, chainsaws and those things, so that we can clear the roads and open up back access to the residents. Yes, I'm grateful that the leader has been here himself and he's been assisted in speaking to persons within the government and in the private sector so we can get help to the people of Eastern Westmoreland. I can make one assurance to you that we will never leave you and we will never forsake you and we will never allow anybody to treat this constituency like it doesn't matter. It will remain at the forefront for attention.
So hold strain, be positive in our God, and
Shut up, Mark Golden, you dickhead, bruv. Anyway, my people. We never did finish. We never did finish to listen to all the news, you know, so we will go back to that. I think we did the fall month. No, I remember. We did listen to Daryl Vaz, I think.
Finally and thankfully, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, MBJ will open for commercial passengers.
The Norman Manley International Airport from as far as Western Jamaica, trying to get a flight out of the country. Unfortunately, not everyone was able to leave. Some are expected to return to the airport today. Now, rescheduled flights have been booked throughout the weekend into next week. United Nations resident coordinator in Jamaica, Dennis Zulu, says Hurricane Melissa has caused unprecedented devastation across Jamaica and has called the international community to support. More in this report.
Tremendous unprecedented devastation of infrastructure. That's how United Nations resident coordinator in Jamaica, Dennis Zulu, described the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Speaking at a United Nations press conference Wednesday, Mr. Zulu described damage as levels never seen before.
We have people living in shelters across the country, and at the moment, what we are seeing in preliminary assessments is a country that's been devastated to levels never seen before.
He said the United Nations is working in partnership with national authorities and other partners, both bilateral and multilateral partners, to undertake the first assessment of the extent of the problem.
We have therefore working close with government and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, DEMA, putting together a response. And immediately some of the actions that will be taken is really around life support initiatives or life-sustaining initiatives, making available water, food, and other resources that are needed.
By the way, guys, you know you can build your house and you can build it with zinc. And you can build it a way where, you know, the zinc, you know, lift. Now a storm like this would have definitely take it off, but, you know, maybe a category 3, even probably 4, probably wouldn't do such extent of damage to it. But you can use zinc and build on it on the roof in such a way where maybe edge, you bend them and then put something around it, build something around the edge. So, you know, if the roof come off, it does take off the whole thing basically in a storm like this. But in a regular storm, it would not lift it. You understand? So this was a above average, you know, huger than normal storm. So we wouldn't expect that to stay. But you can build the roof in such a way where, you know, you can prevent with the zinc, you know, lift. However, I am sure that Jamaicans will take a great lesson from this and we will start to build concrete, all of us, you know, that will be better. And we have to go decky if you get rid of the zinc, you know. But you know, everybody can build concrete house, I just fuck, you know, and everybody can build concrete house. Maybe somebody got able to build a concrete house but then can't decky because You know, they don't make enough money or they don't have enough money. Sometimes you even go strong, sickness fall, you lose a wife, you lose a husband, you lose one of your pitting them. And money they have to go towards funeral, go to some medical bill, something. There's always some hindrance there, you know. And the government was just getting ready to start the program where if you have not finished your house in a 10, 15, 20 years, they were going to help you to build it up. Now all of those resources will have to be diverted. So probably in the next term before we see those help rolling out now. Same like in COVID, we had to do the Spark program from 2019, you know. But because COVID came in the end of 2019, we had to divert that Spark money, and Spark just start. All I wrote them we fix up and now we have to go see damage if them have got bill over our, you know. So I'm sure they will help, you know, with building back some structures, but government now have unlimited resource. Everybody now can get help. Some people have to help themselves, my people. We have an update from the Prime Minister too, I believe, from last night as well. Let me see if I can find it. On TVJ. Here we are.
Our Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Dr. Andrew Holness. Good morning, Dr. Holness. I pray you and your family are safe and well, sir.
Thank you, Neville. Thank you, Debbie. Good morning to the entire Jamaica. Yes, my family is safe. You know, I'm grateful that though we have had a bad hit, it is not the worst that could have happened. And today, we're thankful to be alive and generally safe to be able to pursue our recovery in a fulsome way.
Yeah. Before we get very specific, sir, this is obviously not your first rodeo. What would happen now? What's your first move? What do you do? Again, before we get specific, what would happen now?
Well, we're now in the relief phase of our recovery plan, which is the immediate provision of humanitarian relief. So we're looking to have food, medicine, temporary shelter.
By the way, food is on the way to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover. I saw this morning where, you know, police was escorting trucks. They're moving into the space with aid and aboard it, my people. So by today, people will start getting food and water in communities across the damage, the areas that are affected. You know, it is really bad, my people, but they are doing what they can do. For communities that are cut off, you know, the government will be airlifting in food into those communities. You know, we see the American helicopters, I forgot what they call them. See? And they will be dropping in food in certain area. They will load in food in certain area. Now we don't want nobody to fight and tab up there one of the war over food. They better not take it and share it. See? In a time like this, we have to look after everybody. I think those helicopters are called Chinooks. You know, so I think they're coming in on Chinooks to airlifting food for areas that are cut off from the land. I am also concerned now that, you know, where my daughter is, because it is cut off from the road, you know, if they have food up there or whatever, you know. So I'm going to use this opportunity now to ask again if anybody live in the Bluefields, Watercress, Ferris area that have access to a motorbike and can go and check on Panside for me, to give me some information about Panside to see if, you know, if they are there. I want to know if she's homeless, if, you know, what happened. So anybody that can get me some information, just get a message. I will, you know, pay you 20,000 Jamaican dollars. You know, anyhow you want it, by union or a bank transfer, you know, I can deal with it for you once you get me that information. I just need to know. So anybody that lives in the Ferris, you know, Watercress, Bluefields area, you know, Belmont even, if you have access to a motorbike, There are several ways to get to her. You can get to her from Aldir by going up the hill. You can get to her from Watercress. The main road going out on Cave Hill is completely the river have taken majority of the road, completely destroyed it. So that will take months to sort out because that is not nowhere near civilization right now. The main road, obviously if that is blocked they will sort that out because that is important. But that road, we don't know if it go fix right? So anybody that can do that, moderator, put in the number again in the comment section. Hit me on the number there. You and I can talk. I'll tell you what to do. And please just see if I can go and get me some information, and I will pay you. I don't really hear nothing about the mayor, I really hear nothing about the mayor of Savlamar. This particular number that is in here, I don't really work with it on me. I usually leave it at home because I use it only for this purpose. But I'll be working with it to work today. So in case anybody contact me on it from Westmoreland. I've asked somebody to go and look, but they went and could not access the road. And she's a little trek away from the road itself, the main road. Seeing so they weren't able to access to tell me, but that person know them personally that I sent. So I am asking, any good Samaritans out there. We don't ask no cruff and no thief, you go look nothing for criminal. I ask, decent citizens who want to help in a time like this. And I will pay you for your time. I have no issues with it. See? But anyway, my people, let's listen to the Prime Minister.
Temporary shelter and any other relief necessary for the preservation of life and to provide our citizens with even the basic conveniences. The second phase would be, which runs parallel to the first phase in some instances, would be the clearing of roads that are blocked. So we want to give access to ensure that there is no community that is cut off, and to restore communications and electricity. There are some areas.
Yeah, my people. So me have an auntie out there where basically my mother. She sent me a voice message last night because me put my phone on silent last night because I was trying to get some sleep. So during that time she got signal and was calling me, so me never hear. But she sent me a voice message saying that she's okay and she will call me at the same time tonight. So I have listened to the call there. So my auntie is safe. My Russia in Savlamar is completely devastated. They have lost everything. On the dad's side, I spoke to my uncle. My uncle said everybody is okay. And on the dad's side of the family and my father's side, he said everybody is okay. Everybody all right. Shanice is okay. Shanice was on the live this morning. I've been talking to Shanice since the day after burial. So Shanice is okay. Shanice don't have any money though, so we wanted to get some food in, and I located someone to help with that. So she probably get that today. So Shanice is okay. Shanice's son though was in St. Elizabeth, in Santa Cruz to be exact, I believe, with his father. We have not heard anything from them. Shanice have not heard anything from them. So Shanice too want to hear from her son. My daughter now is not with Shanice. My daughter is with my ex-wife. And, I have not heard from her or any member of her family, of her side of the family, as it relates to my daughter. So I'm a bit concerned. But I know the signal is down, my people, but I just want to know if them are right, because I can't sleep. Me I try, but me sleep 1 hour to me fly up back again. Me need to know if my baby alright. So but I will continue to see whatever way I can try to get to. Because every time I see somebody that is online from Sav, I always ask them, and half of it pay. But we continue to listen.
communicate with now in St. James, parts of Westmoreland, Hanover, parts of St. Elizabeth, Manchester. So the objective now is as soon as we're given the all clear, there is no other weather system that could impact us. The utility companies will be out there trying to restore electricity. The third phase would be the assistance in building, so helping persons to restore their roofs and their housing.
See here, the government also have funding to help people build back. See? Everybody can't get help though, so you know, say most desperate circumstances, they will get help. But that is probably weeks away, months away even. So we just have to be patient. This is not the Prime Minister's doing. This was an act of God, my people. You know? So we just have to be a little patient. It is rough. We have life. Things is probably going to get desperate. People are going to get frustrated. You know, even Shanice, you know, get frustrated part of the time. And, you know, I am trying to make my way now, my people. I'm preparing to go now. You know, so I too want to go and make certain that all is well, my people. See?
And then once we are complete with that, then we will move intensely into the rebuilding phase, which would be now a strategic approach to restoring communities, business hubs, urban spaces, and the like. And there are some things, however, that we do simultaneously. Damage assessments, that will be done constantly throughout. And the damage assessment is the first phase of the data gathering on the storm, on the impacts of the hurricane. So we need to understand exactly what happened, how it happened, why it happened, who was it affected. And that will be a continuous process of evaluating what exactly went wrong. As you are showing pictures of fields that are damaged, I would also say...
By the way, guys, I have asked my work colleagues and friends to donate to me. So I was planning to send that money down when I can get full contact to persons to buy things that like toiletries and water and just basically prepare, you know, the regular stuff that people would need in a disaster. Obviously, government alone can't do it, and you will get a package for you and 3 children to last you a week. That is what the government is doing. Now we know how people stay there hungry, probably not gonna last a week. So we still have to chip in where we can as people to try and aid and treat with some situations. So my friends continue to donate. Even since I've been sitting here, I was given £100. So I will be coming with that money, and I will be doing it myself instead of giving the money to someone to do it. I'll do it myself, and then I can send back to the UK, you know, to show them that this is what your money did, you know. So, you know, we don't want nobody feel like say, you know, we take their money and nothing to do or we go with their money. No, see, we are not like that, right? So we're going to do the right thing at all time, and anybody that is trying to exploit the people in a time like this is very, very, very disgusting, you know. And I will go as far as to say that something very untoward should happen to a person like you. I see Daryl Vaz just last night, saying that taxi operators are charging people exorbitant money in a time like this. In a time like this, huh? You know, just take where you can get and everybody live and let live. As a decent citizen, if you're not in desperation yourself, you can give somebody a lift. Jesus God Almighty, why people have to be so disgusting? Anyway, my people, I think it's better to send barrel and clear it there. I mean, I have the time, you know, that night to prepare a barrel, you know, or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't have the time, you know, because I need to run. See? So, sometime after that. Anyhow, my people, I'm going to get ready for work. See, I am still have to work, I still have to hold strong because we need the funding same way. And whatever money I raise, I am planning to match it to, to deal with the ground when I get there. So still have to work, still have to hold strong, I not tell you no lie though, me a fret. See, anybody want to donate to the cause as well, I place my PayPal, I post a scan of my PayPal, a barcode of my PayPal on YouTube here in the post section, in the picture section. So you guys can, if you wish to donate, all if at $10, $5, any little help. See? So tomorrow is Shanice's birthday as well, my people. And that is messed up. We had big plans, but that is messed up for now. But that's how you go. We have life, and we hope to live till next year for another one. All right. So me soon tonight, this evening, between 6:30, 7 o'clock ish. See? So I am going to get ready for work now, and I'll be trying throughout the day to get contact with my daughter. Same way. Alright, so big up on yourself. I will update you guys later on in the evening. See? Big up on yourself. Much love. Show all the brights.